Hello, hello. Hey guys, what's up? How are you guys doing? So today's topic is how to win in a relationship, in any relationship. And I'm talking about relationship, whether it's romance, whether it's business relationship, whether it's friendships, just casual social setting. And the reason why this is particularly powerful for me is because I failed at it for a very, very, very long time. And this topic holds a lot of, it is very dear to me because I used to be known, my friends labeled me as a walking head, as in a head on two legs walking, signifying a lack of emotions and a lack of human connection. Basically, I used to be the kind of person who is just all brain. Ironically, nowadays a lot of people seem to feel connected with me, and so they tend to ask me questions, especially my clients, right, about human relationships. And recently, one of my clients asked me this question. So there was a there was a boy he really liked. She really liked. There was a boy she really liked, and she after deliberating on this topic for a while, she decided to ask him out. So she asked him out, and they went out on a date, but the date didn't go so well. It felt to her that he was a little bit distant. She was really into him, but he felt a little bit she felt he's a little bit distant from her. So when she came back, she attempted to ask this guy out for the next date, and the guy wrote back to her saying that he didn't feel the emotional connection with her, and so he doesn't see the point in doing this anymore. So he apologized, and even though there's really nothing to be apologizing for, and she sent this screenshot to me. So she said, "Can we talk about human connection? Can we talk about relationships?" I said, "Yeah, sure." So what I want to share with you today is got to do with this thing here: connection, emotional connection. Because whether you are attempting to close a sale, or you are trying to build a team, or trying to build a community, or trying to especially when it comes to romantic relationships, all of these things will require this ingredient. This ingredient is emotional connection. But how do you build this emotional connection? It's actually a matter of feeling it. So you see, what used to challenge me, right, is that I used to see the world in a kind of way where there are things which is logical, and then there are things which is illogical. There are things which is logical and illogical. And I used to see the world through this lens where every time I see something, I completely reject the illogical and the irrational. So relationships became a sort of transaction for me. It's like, this is my duty, that's what I do, and that's your duty, that's what you do. This is my obligation, that's your obligation. So my entire life was bound by rules and belief systems. So what I've come to realize since then, when one of my mentors detected this issue with me and reflected this upon me, I started to really think about it. Started to really, ironically, I was trying to do a emotional thing by thinking about it, but I delved deep into it. I meditate on it. I read books about it, and I realized that that problem persists because I was trying to approach an illogical thing using logic. So that doesn't work. Because when it comes to emotional connection, what do you mean when we say human connection? It means that I feel you, you feel me. And this is not something that is measured by any form of physical there's no physical substance to it. I can't measure this output of connection. It can only be felt. And if you look back, and I'm gonna guess, and I think that your experience will be pretty much the same as I am, when you feel a lack of emotional connection, when you feel a lack of emotional connection, what's really happening, what you will also realize that the result of the relationship is both people grow apart. If you The moment you feel a lack of emotional connection, even if you try to push, even if you try to push, you will notice that this person will push you away. Even if you try to go ahead, this person will go away. And then you will always have that, you trying to chase this person, and at some point this person will turn around and say, stop chasing me, and they will start to push you away instead. And this person might become triggered by you. This person might become, annoyed by you or irritated by you. And the seed of it all, the root of it all, it started the moment you feel there's this lack, there's this distance. And what causes this distance, I'm going to let you in a little secret, is intentions. The moment we prioritize our own personal needs more than the other party's personal needs, we are instantly killing that connection, because we are not able to pay attention to the other person, because there are many telltale signs. Just do this experiment. When the next time you're talking to somebody, I want you to try to feel what is going on in your heart when you are speaking to this person, whoever it is. It's very weird, but just bear with me, it works. You will notice that if you're feeling anxious, or if you're feeling any form of negative emotions when you're talking to this person, most of the time the conversation won't really go anywhere. And the conversation won't really go in a positive direction unless the other person are coming from a space of high level consciousness where they are forgiving, they are kind, and they are really they're really attempting. If this other person wasn't attempting at all, and if you start to feel this anxious, whatever not, most of the time the conversation will hit south very, very quickly. And even if you end on a so-called positive note, regardless of what they say, oh, it's nice talking to you, it's nice meeting you, the real thing that is been happening is nothing like that at all, nothing of the sort, because this person is just being polite. So whatever it is that you feel when you have a conversation with somebody, the other person will feel as well. Likewise, in stagecraft, in stage speaking, as I'm speaking to you right now, I think you can feel what I'm feeling right now. I think you can feel a little bit of what I'm feeling, because it shows up in my micro expressions. It shows up in and by the way, what I'm feeling right now is a bit annoyed, because for some reason today my itch is back. So I'm a bit annoyed by the itchiness. But aside from that, I'm okay. So you can feel what I feel. Like, guys, when you go on stage or you go on Facebook Live or whatever not, when you speak, other people can feel what you feel as well. So if you want other people to feel good about you, the first thing is you need to feel good. Period. It is not got nothing to do with feel good about them, got nothing to feel good yourself. It's just you gotta feel good. And this is the reason why public speakers have this ritual normally where they charge themselves up, because it is that energy that transfers, you see. So this science is very interesting. Whatever you feel, the person you're speaking to will also feel. So how you then pay attention is that you pay attention to how you're feeling, and you're paying attention to how they're feeling. You're just paying attention to everything that they are saying. The moment this happens, you will notice that there is not enough room in your mind for you. Okay? And this person becomes the world. This person, you become absorbed into this person's world. And if this person is not interested to say anything, then you will also not be saying anything. You wouldn't try to push the intention further. You wouldn't try to push the agenda further. And it just is, and it's just perfect the way it is. So try that, right? Try to feel what is it that you're feeling. Try to feel what is it that the other person is feeling when they're having a conversation to you. And do that for any form of communication you have with anybody, your business partner, your parents, your friends, random strangers, and especially your spouse or your romantic partner, and see what kind of miracles will happen. So that's all for now. If you guys are interested to hear me speak more on this topic, on this subject of how I went from a walking head to the way I am right now, just comment over there, connect, and I will send you a link to this Friday's episode of Mastery with Felix. It is basically my talk show where I talk a little bit about I talk about different aspects of personal mastery. This week we're gonna talk about human connection. So comment down in the section there, and I will get back to you with a link. For now, that's all for tonight. I shall see you guys tomorrow with another episode of with another Facebook Live. I'm gonna talk a little bit more about human connection as well. All right, I'll see you then. Bye.